everyone, author DL Tillery here, the Mistress of Horror. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, but you press that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when I'm uploading new videos. I'm just popping in here for a quick announcement video for a read-a-thon that I will be doing for the month of June. It's at the very end of May, so this is a perfect time to announce this. This video is releasing on the same Sunday as my Lair of the Mistress show, so do be sure to check out Lair of the Mistress, the newest episode, while you're here. And the announcement for what I'm doing is called Reading and Rumps, hosted by Regina St. Clair over the Haunted Library. There's quite few of us co-hosting. A few that I know off the top of my head is the Bookie Bus, Harpies in the Trees, and Lydia from Typically Lydia. So there are, I think, one or two other people. I will link everyone below that will be co-hosting along with Regina. And of course myself, I'm here to co-host as well. I'm looking forward to doing this read-a-thon because I haven't really got to read many of the author that is involved with this read-a-thon. And if you couldn't tell from the title, that is Richard Laymon. And he is a well-known horror author with over 30 horror novels released and many more than that short stories. I've had the pleasure in the past to read one or two of his short stories, but I did not read any of his novels yet, so I'm in for a treat, I am told constantly. I do own one or two of his horror novels physically, but I decided to do all these digital because I didn't get a lot of his books clearly. I'm going to list off the ones that I'm going to be reading for this readathon and the prompts that are given for this readathon, just for the fun of it. It is quite laid back, so you don't have nothing's etched in stone. So if you just want to join along and read just some of Richard Laymon's books, then by all means jump in. The books that I'm going to be reading for this readathon is Bite in the Dark, which is one of his very well-known ones. I believe they made a short film for it, or a full film. There is a film for this one. That's the only book of his, considering he has 30, that was made into an actual film. But I believe it was a small artsy style film, I was told. But I haven't seen that one. I'm going to also be reading Darkness Tell Us and Flesh. All sound really good and right up my alley, so I'm looking forward to reading all four of those for this. And next, let's read off the prompts. We have booze before brains, but of course we do. Read a Laymon scene where hormones override common sense, as it tends to do. Bonus points for someone investigating a noise in their underwear. Isn't that the best way to investigate noise? I don't know. I think so. Prompt number 2. The basement is always a bad idea. I mean, you could say that again. There's no way I'm going to a basement in horror. Like, that's so stupid. But it will happen. Anyway, find a scene where a character enters a creepy space they absolutely should have avoided. Why are they like this? Well, it wouldn't make it fun for us if they were just too smart, would it? Prompt number 3, the villain slaps. Celebrate Laymon's most over-the-top baddies. Pick your favorite psycho, swamp monster, or possessed creep and share the chaos. Very, very cool. These prompts are very fun. So, prompt number 4, Campfire Trash Classic. Wrap it up by picking the most what the fuck moment from your read and honor it like the glorious literary train wreck it is. I'll have to be paying attention to the books to take notes for something that is glorious literary train wreck. I'll have to mark that down. A big what the fuck moment. I'm sure there will be plenty of those. So those are the prompts. I did put them in my description, so be sure to check those out and get the details if you plan to join. You don't probably have to follow the prompts to a T, but do have fun. And I guess pick the Laymon's books that you would like. He has 30 novels, and I believe it's something like 40 something or more short stories. So my man was writing for real. So this one should be really fun. And on another note, I did submit for the Bookworms Zine run by Regina St. Clair. So that is out for submission. The submission doesn't close until the 31st. So if you have something you want to submit, go to Regina's website and check out the Bookworms Zine submission guidelines. I will link that below as well. I've been sharing it with quite a few horror authors who may be interested in submitting. So I put my head in, put my hat in for this one to see if I'll get picked. It was very difficult to get this story to the 1,500 word limit, but I did manage to do that. I enjoyed writing it, and it's a bit campy, a little bit different than my usual style, but I actually do have quite a few of those type of tales written in the back burner, but I wanted to do something new for this one particular that I hadn't written before. So I did write one for this one. So it'd be cool if it gets picked. If it doesn't, you're still going to get to see it because I will publish it nonetheless. But if it gets picked, it'll be in the Bookworms Zine. Again, I will share the links below about that information if you are a writer or a writer that's interested and maybe you have something that's already have prepared, because you do want to have it, make sure it's to Regina by the 31st. But nonetheless, that's what I've been up to. If you would like to join my newsletter, which I always mention that because guess what? You get a short story from me. And even if you don't just read horror, I am offering my dark fantasy novella Winterwolf as a incentive for joining my newsletter. So definitely check out the link below. Join my newsletter. You get Winterwolf for free. The only other way to get that story is to buy a print copy of Caliostro, Tale of the Librarians, which is my dark fantasy novel. Why not get a cool novella story by just joining my newsletter, which is a monthly newsletter. You get some little creepy news. You get to know what I'm up to, any links or things to do with my books, as well as who I'm reading for the month. So you might come across a cool book that you also want to check out. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, and I will see you in the next video. Stay scared.